party. Tonight's episode is, I forgot the number already. We are playing Season 2, Episode 19, The Lord of the Things, Return of the Thing. If you guys have no idea what Starfinder is, it's kind of like Pathfinder in space. If you don't know what Pathfinder is, it's a better version of D&D 3.5. That's right, I said it. Our campaign is called Mostly Harmful. It takes place all throughout the Starfinder universe and right now on the planet of undead Eox. I will go back into a quick summary before we jump into it. I want to let my players introduce themselves in just a second, and then we'll do any updates if I can think of any. My name is Dustin. I'm the GM for this evening, and pretty much every evening, as much as I can, I let the crew introduce themselves.
Hi there, I'm Nick, and I play Dren. He's a Marikoi Solarian, and he's a pirate captain, and he's almost kind of captain of this here crew as of last week, so moving on up.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Raish Oren, also known as Rai. He is the captain, and he's about to kill some competition. But let's be honest, it's not really competition.
Language.
Wow.
Secret.
Wow. You know, if you stutter and you stumble through it, it's not as effective.
And we'll just continue from there. And I am Michael, and I play Zero, the android operative, and also the captain of this crew. I mean, pilot.
Yeah. I hate everybody.
I've been the captain once.
That's true.
Look at me. No, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
I'm Chris, and I play Shirket, a Belita Solarian, and Captain Raish Oren's first mate. Wink.
Hey, but not true.
A ship
Over to
art sharp.
It's just as good to be the struggle bus this evening. Can someone clip Chris saying first mate, because that's gonna be like, I need to make that.
So when he said he was Rai's first mate, I was like, that's why Rai didn't do anything with Camera. He wanted his first time to be with one of his fans.
What?
And I mean,
They mated.
Okay.
They did not. Yeah.
Those of you who don't
yeah,
know, Bolita are creepy millipede-like things.
they're adorable millipede-like things.
You have the perfect picture that is Raishorin in Pat's eyes, nobody else's, and then you have the disgusting thing that is Shirket, and together they make something delightfully average.
Brawl.
We said average.
Sorry.
We did say rolling 10s, not 2s.
Below average. It had average in the word. GM rule: Dren can't be captain until its player has successfully watched Firefly. Just saying.
I don't like that rule.
I'm just saying it's gotta happen.
So then I will get my crew and my ship back.
Maybe.
I mean, you need to have somewhere to go after you either leave or die.
Well, then if it's the second option, then maybe I'll just be Neoxian. Boom, solved.
Hey, I just realized my mic was actually I pulled a Patrick, and my mic has been
Muted to them
this whole time. So
yeah, we were enjoying that.
Hi everybody, my name's Seeker. I'm Android Technomancer, and I'm gonna say that joke again.
No!
As the captain
Seeker,
of the good ship art. That's me.
No, we heard you.
Seeker addresses the audience now, not Justin.
Yeah, this is Seeker speaking. Kind of like our old.
Does that mean that his not safe for work comment was not?
Yes, actually, that means I did not swear.
Yes.
What are you talking about? We heard you.
No.
Well,
well,
according to
heard me.
chat, they're saying it was very low, so it's very likely that they heard you.
So, yeah, I had desktop audio unmuted for you guys when I was doing the countdown, and then I just forgot to unmute my audio, so you guys could hear me, but OBS wasn't picking everything up, so.
Anyway, let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Did anyone have any updates?
Yes. I would like to mention that, hey, if you are a patron or you subscribe via Twitch, you will be able to watch the after party. Insert firework effect in post-production, Justin. We don't do that, but I'm putting it on you anyway. If you would like to watch or listen to the after party, we will have those up for subscribers and patrons. If you would like to follow us or subscribe or whatever the nomenclature is for that particular platform.
I actually don't have.
Donate?
I don't have it set up for subscribers. I don't really know how I would let subscribers do it. If you do subscribe to us on Twitch, let me know and I'll throw you the link to the private.
They could always just watch the VOD.
Oh,
Just
okay,
let
cool.
us know. Just send us a DM like, hey, I subscribed.
No, what you want to do is you want to go into Discord. You'll find somebody who is his name is Dustin. You're gonna want to message him directly. He'll be able to take care of everything without any help from me.
Make sure
Yeah,
you're
I
on our
ignore
Discord though, because any other Discord you just find a guy named Dustin and be like, hey, what's up?
And our Discord you can find at bit.ly/neverdiscord.
But be careful. There is like another Never Split the Party Discord. People come to our Discord all the time. It's okay. You'll probably find ours before theirs, but it might happen. You might be in theirs.
You're making it more confusing. What we really
I
need
know.
to do is
This intro is way too convoluted.
it's okay. It's a good thing that Justin will cut it for the podcast.
We're gonna cut this.
No,
Hey, how are those podcast episodes coming?
I fell asleep last night at 7
You
o'clock.
called Dustin Nick. I just want to point that out.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll allow it. Moving on. I don't think I have any other updates. Actually, for Twitch viewers or anyone who wants to throw it at us, if you guys have Amazon Prime and you haven't subbed to us with your free sub, totally do it because that's awesome and it's free if you have Amazon Prime. Also, you get a bunch of loot. Like what was the one, Hyperlight Drifter? That was actually looking forward to maybe playing that and hating it because that's not my type of game. But try it. All right,
I
for
should probably
the
subscribe to us. I haven't done that in a while.
you chick.
It
Jacoby,
is if
can
you
see-
want to watch the VODs.
Yeah, you can see the after party while we're streaming it. That's always going to be a thing. You can totally see it if you watch it live. It's just that we don't keep it attached to our YouTube videos and it doesn't make it to the audio podcast. So the after party where we just kind of gossip and talk nonsense, it's going to be something that becomes, when you view it after the fact, patron only. That's all. And we tried Nick as a GM once, Jacoby. He extended all the rooms arbitrarily and I didn't like it.
Only one room. You were exaggerating.
I'm waiting for a legitimate extendo room in the campaign that he's having us play this weekend.
No,
I'm waiting for like
I
you to
don't have
actually
one
put one in
planned,
that's
but I
for real.
could.
It's going to be like an
Not
in-real
very
map where it's like grid
first
paper.
time.
He folds it over, and then when you guys get to a certain point, he just pulls it out like an accordion, and it's like, oh crap, it's an extendo room.
It actually is an extendo room for
I'm looking
real.
It's like I forget the name of the street, but Sirius Black's house when the apartments extend is like, where did they fit all those other apartments?
Yes, that's exactly it. All right, now moving on to a quick recap. The party is on Eox, and they are trapped inside a dome that has been converted to a game show known as the Most Dangerous Game Show. The focus of the game show is to torture and or kill contestants in as gruesome a way as possible. The party, right now, the only way they know to escape the dome is to earn tokens by completing challenges. They have squandered most of their time figuring out, what the tokens are, or rather when they could have figured out what the tokens are. Hopefully they figure out some more information while they are in Industrial Town, which is the settlement in the dead center of this dome. They are currently residing in an inn run by a Vesk by the name of Vuna, or Jimothy, if you are Dren. And the last time they left off, Vuna was offering them a job to assassinate someone to get free housing. Otherwise, they've had to pay for housing with material goods because your credits aren't any good here. Anything else you guys want to cover in the recap that I missed?
I was the captain for all of a second, and it was brilliant.
We did cover that. I do appreciate that you've used your dice tray as a captain's hat.
It actually works pretty well. It's not the same hat that Dren wears, but It's close. I'll
I do
take
think
it.
you need to pop on Amazon right now and buy a Pirates Captain.
I looked at them. There was nothing that was similar to the style that I was happy with, so I looked at other shops. They get to be quite expensive.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then you have to make one out of paper mache. Go.
We were talking to Jimothy,
Mhm.
right? And
Or Vuna.
huh?
It's Jimothy.
Oh, whatever it was. We were talking to them, and they wanted us to kill somebody for them
Mm-hmm.
for stuff in
Yep.
exchange.
Like I
for
just
living there.
recapped. 110%. Just
I
said that.
Didn't
Yep.
listen to that.
Yep.
Yep. It's gonna be a good episode today, guys. I'm feeling good.
I mean,
Go
Seeker.
ahead and mute yourself again. That's fine. So we are. Let's see. Let's get started.
I headed to bed. And
Yeah,
I imagine
Rye headed
Sheerkat-
upstairs.
And I imagine Sheerkat would follow, or did Sheerkat stick
Um,
around after hearing
Sheerkat-
assassination?
Sheerkat got halfway across the bar, turned on its heel, and went back to the bartender. Just to kind of. You mentioned an assassination.
The barkeep, with her penchant for art and otherwise large, scaly skin, and I believe it was one of her eyes was mechanical or missing. I can't remember.
One of them was
Missing.
mechanical, and I think the other one was missing.
Oh, right. Why not both? Yes. This Vesk named Vuna kind of stretches her shoulders back, and you hear bones cracking underneath her scales. And she says, yeah, there's a particular individual that, if you erased him, would make my life that much easier. And I would be willing to give you use of even 2 of the rooms for as long as you needed, if you left that particular individual a broken, bleeding corpse.
I'm pretty good at that. Who is it?
I only know him by his stupid nickname. Calls himself the Lord of the Things.
And know where I can find him?
No, I just want you to kill this random stranger with no other details.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry I asked the question.
He's
Starts to turn around.
He's a local, you bug. He's got a place towards the center of town. Big tower-looking structure. He runs his own business out of the tower. And
What kind of business?
I guess you'd call him an information broker. She says that with a bit of disgust. The Vesk, a relatively, I would say almost a primarily militant race. She doesn't really feel too highly about information brokers, informants, things like that.
Right.
Not that it matters, but why do you want him
When
dead?
did you get here?
What? I've been here. I was the one that was actually, yes, I will kill this
in
guy.
character.
What?
This
Oh.
is in character.
Oh, I thought you were asking out other character.
God
I
damn
was,
it, Justin!
I was
this
here
is my
before
moment.
you. You left. I've been here. Where did you come from?
To be fair, the android was here before you the entire time. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I just want him dead if you want a place to stay. It seems like an
just the
easy
drama.
quid pro quo, as they could say.
If we do this, we need more information.
Where did you
Like
come
the-
from?
That one I
I'm
didn't
always-
see. That's quite terrifying.
Who else is around here?
Dren, are you still here?
The monkey.
I thought at the end of the last episode I was being escorted upstairs and Rye was following.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you guys can be heading upstairs. We'll have the androids and the Bolita. Sure. Zero. What did you say?
We need more information. Like race, don't imagine you have pictures, because I imagine you don't have any type of electronics or anything at
I
this
have
point.
a communication device that is mostly for decoration at this point, but it takes pictures fine. However, I don't go around snapping photos of folks. You will find him at the second tower in the center of town. As to race, damned if I know. Weirdo always wears a mask. However, humanoid, assumed male, and never leaves his damned tower.
Do you know if he has any security? Like henchmen, stuff like that.
Not to my knowledge, no. As far
And
as I know, he
this-
uses his information as security.
And this mask, what does it look like?
Bird or some spoop? I don't know. No one else goes around wearing masks. Well, okay. There's Captain Smith, but nobody else goes around wearing masks.
Captain Smith.
Does that mean anything to us?
Not to you.
Okay. Do I have any other questions? I don't think I have any questions. But Sheercat's ready to rock and roll. What time of day is it?
Going
Nighttime.
into evening.
Oh,
Well,
perfect.
rather going into late night, actually.
All right. What says you? We get some food and head on over.
Should we get the rest of our group?
Yeah, it'll put Ryan in danger.
I do
Like
think
that.
we should probably go quick, though. Yeah, because if he's an information broker, he's gonna know that we're coming for him, isn't he?
Quick survey of, all the other people in the room. See if there's anybody listening in to our conversation. Because I imagine the vest might not be very quiet.
You
Yeah,
don't really need
bro.
a perception check. Literally everyone is hardly feigning that they are like they're totally listening in. There is no doubt about it. Like they've got like one eye popped open. They've clearly turned their good ear to you. A couple of them are doing this with their chin in their hands as they listen to your entire conversation. The patrons love a little bit of gossip, especially from newcomers.
Want I should kill them?
How's about just a little bit of intimidation?
I could do that.
So I'll kind of point for, obviously don't have to listen, but you go scare them, and then I said I'm going to go scare them and point to a different group, and I'm going to turn invisible.
Sheercat immediately turns around, brandishing her large, what is it? Axe
Her
with
large
a
what?
point.
A pike?
Pike.
Spear,
No.
Whole arm?
Trident?
No.
Is it a trident?
It's an axe with a point on it.
Halberd?
Bardish?
Halberd.
Halberd? Yeah, it's a halberd.
Yes,
Halberd?
I could not
Halberd?
remember.
Okay.
Halberd. And she just shouts at the top of her lungs, "What are you looking at?" Intimidating. And
Go ahead and roll intimidate.
Can I attempt? So Zero's going to attempt
14.
to assist by turning invis and then just kind of appearing next to another table, just kind of with a knife, just kind of poking down into the table.
Tinker will also assist,
I don't. I'm not there.
probably with You know what? I'm gonna create a holographic image on Sheercat to make Sheercat look a little bit more.
And if anybody wants to make me re-roll
off.
the abysmal 3 I just rolled,
Oh, jeez.
Didn't you say you just got a 14 total?
I did. It's a plus 11 to my intimidate roll.
That's a shame I didn't do it because I just got a nat
Yeah.
20.
So let's see what do I get? Oh, what's my intimidate? I don't have intimidate at all.
While you guys are discussing that, we will next week have a new window to replace just the Roll20 window. We obviously haven't been using it as much with this session. I will have that middle space filled in by a chat log and a rolling information window. I'm just kind of sad you guys are missing chat this week because Jacoby points writes, quote, brandishing her large ellipsis gender reveal party? Question mark, question mark. Because technically Bolita are genderless, although
They
Chris
are.
has kind of identified.
Actually, I've been doing this purposefully. I've been gonna switch back to a male in a bit.
Yeah, why doesn't he make it easy?
Why not?
Do that.
Hey, it's not my call. The book legit says they are genderless.
Well, again, you can identify as whatever gender you want. That's how the world works. Didn't you know? Moving
Just
on.
Eox or the entire universe?
Well, in Eox, everyone's dead, so they don't really care. For their sex, I'm not getting into that. Moving on. For this, so you got a 14 plus assistance from your boy Zero, putting it up to a 16, and then you got assistance from Seeker.
I
Nope.
didn't get it.
No, that failed.
No.
Okay.
He made it worse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll. There are, I will say, 4 distinct groupings in this room. I'm gonna roll 4d20, and I will use that as their willpower. I'll give them a willpower of +0 because collectively people are sheep. If you didn't know, I rolled a 12, a 6, a 3, and a 15, which means every single group cowers or withdraws a little bit, and you get a couple of and one guy loudly says, "What assassination contract?" And they kind of go back into the dregs of their drinks, which again is just the same drink, and it smells an awful lot like hydraulic fluid or battery acid. I'm not sure what they've decided upon.
While they're obviously very intimidated at this point, just kind of hold up. We do have batteries, and we now know what all of you look like.
The batteries point? I don't understand.
We have working electronics, therefore I can take pictures.
Oh, okay, sure. Again, you get a chorus of nodding, and that one guy says, "Android? I've never seen an android in my life."
Is he an android?
Yes.
Seeker's next to him, just giving a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. All right. You guys have an assassination.
Does he look like Seeker?
No.
Oh,
He does not look like Seeker.
does Zero look like Seeker?
Oh my god.
I have
I'm
pictures. I clearly don't.
going to say that Rye and Dren hear the one android yelling, "Assassination contract? What assassination contract?" And kind of maybe return downstairs briefly to witness the rest of your crew apparently threatening the room of constituents.
Whoa. Assassination contract, hey? I brought you here to my friend's bar to rest and have a drink.
You don't have
You're
any
assassinating people here.
Why, you want to join us?
Well, yeah, I don't mind, sure.
From behind Dren, Vuna puts a finger to her scaly snout and then points at Rye.
She points at me. What now?
R.E. your comment, he doesn't have any friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Got you.
Anyway, hold on, let me get into character. Let's get ourselves something to eat, and we'll move out.
Chat says, "Does he look like Seeker? Y'all are the worst at guess who." All right.
So, well, I'm not going to have you in character go through everything that you just did, but I think it's safe to say that Rye and probably Dren, you can disagree, would be very confused as we just went to try to go to bed, I believe.
Yep.
And now you're talking about leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's the target?
I just want a nap.
We go over it with you very, very quickly, just so we don't
Right.
keep doing it.
Does Dren know who this guy is?
Yeah,
The Lord of the Things? Dren does not know who the Lord of the Things is. He came into the dome after Dren.
And we can't do this in the morning.
Actually, I think it's probably fine if you did it in the morning, but to each their own. Sooner he's dead, I guess, the happier I am, I guess.
Well,
Be better off moving
You
under
only
the
really-
cover of night.
what?
I turn to Zero and I say, we live in Fortnite, recalling an ancient game that we once heard of in our college
It's
class.
I don't know where you're going with this.
We live in a battle arena where
Oh.
everything is awful and people are dying all of the time.
It's
I
more
think a
PUBG
nap
than
probably
Fortnite.
gives us more of a benefit than anything else.
If we leave now, we still have an element of surprise, as we've already explained.
Michael, you got something like fan going on, and every time you speak, it is hella loud.
It's actually my computer. So
Oh,
there's nothing
Gross.
exactly.
Cool.
But anyways, where I was going with that is the target is an information broker. So if we don't go soon, he will probably have found out by then if he hasn't already.
Do you think he has a coin? Do we think he has a coin?
Token.
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 I don't know.
I
turn to the
imagine he-
barkeep. Does he have a token?
We could probably ask him if he has a token or knows where
Or
tokens
we could
are, and
just
then
search
kill
them
him after he
afterwards.
tells us.
That's
Wait,
not really
wait,
how
wait,
tokens work.
Time out. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Pause.
Mhm.
Out of character question for clarification. We're being hired to assassinate a person?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing. Best at, dude.
Is this person evil? Or somehow why
No one's asked.
I'm more
Like any of
interested
us?
in
So okay.
his wealth
So
of knowledge.
And I'm more interested in putting you up for the remainder of this entire game.
I did ask, actually.
So my back to character, Rai goes, and then he has that realization that I just had and goes, no, we can't just go around killing people.
That counts pretty.
Why not?
Because we're not murder hobos.
But everybody else here is.
Yeah, right now I'd say we kind of are.
Yeah.
Right, you've killed plenty of people.
You've killed more than the rest of us.
There have been accidents and there have been extenuating circumstances. There has
I
not
can make
been.
this look like an accident.
I need some
an accidental disembowelment.
Sure. $20 will do. This is terrible. What happened to my crew where we did all of those things?
So
for the
so
good of people like when we.
I like your enthusiasm. Let's go.
Are we the bad guys?
That's the realization that Rhett's having. I'm like, I mean, we're not the evil pact breakers that they make us out to be, but also we're not really all that good. We should have like a charity wing or something.
We can think about it after we make this disembowelment look like an accident.
We're not gonna. This is not. What has he done? I turn to Boda, Bona,
Jimothy.
Buna. I turn to Jimothy and say, Jimothy, what has this person done to warrant death?
I did ask that, by the way.
I wasn't here.
I know, but I'm just
I
saying
also
to
wasn't
Dustin, I
paying
did
attention
ask.
because my character wasn't there. So why would I pay attention?
I wasn't going to say, but they have something of mine.
Okay. Would a retrieval be as good, if not okay?
I will see the blood of my enemies on the ground. Excuse me.
Oh, you have that
No.
disease too.
I do a sense motive on this person. Whether I don't know.
I think the motive is clear. Wants violence perpetrated against this person. Now, does it seem dishonest? You can definitely roll to see if they seem to be maybe fibbing or like
with
pushing
the
the
whole
issue.
they have something of mine thing. Sense motive is 9 plus d6 plus 1.
And numbers and math and punching the
24.
keyboard.
24.
So you get from this that while they've underplayed it a little bit, whatever this Lord of the Things has is very important to the Vesk.
To the Vesk. Okay. I turn back to the crew and I say, listen. We can't just murder.
I can.
I could tell you most of the people here might be criminals because I put them here. Might be.
Allegedly.
We shouldn't just get. Time out. Is this party evil?
Who are you asking?
So,
everyone in this party.
I was under the impression every single person here is either criminal, evil, contestant that probably wants to kill us because they're contestants.
We are here.
And pretty sure some of the party wants to kill other members of the party.
Friend.
GM reminder. The resident population of Pyramid Station Alpha's Industrial Dome did all make the transition to the Most Dangerous Game Show. So there is a large, I would say maybe even 50% of the population are actually just people who lived here when the pistol incident happened. And they were transported to Eox, again, with the dome traveling. That being said, that 50% of Industrial Dome residents weren't necessarily saints, but at least 50% of them were just residents dragged along for fun.
And so they probably know who we are, some of us, at least Rye.
I would say a significant number of people in this dome know who you are, both residents, like the original residents, and the convicts who've been added in here alike. Anyone who's been like in lockup on Eox prior to this dome being like the new game show, the new hotness, they'd have no idea. They just haven't been abreast of current events. But anyone who's been added in here after through the year since the pistol incident happened, they totally know your name. Again, you guys were the big news item for a long time, which is why you had such a hard time getting into the Pact world. That's why it took you a whole year.
Okay. Not to make things more awkward, but has that spell on Rye ended yet?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
At this point, yeah, Rye is a handsome Lashunta again, not a pudgy, bald, tired person.
I might add really quick.
The GM waves at the camera. However, Vuna has more or less taken it in stride. She's less attracted to you now, but otherwise takes it.
No, she isn't.
I might add. I might have said it last time, but I mean, you are traveling with an actual assassin, a pirate, another probably actual assassin. I don't know what Zero is, and Android Seeker also has some connections to assassins. So
yeah, I
when
realized
we
that
get
I'm the
offered an assassination thing, you think we're gonna take it? Probably.
You lost Miller and Brawl, who are.
You've never actually killed anyone like that.
For the record, this party was not started out as an evil party. Y'all did that yourselves.
Yeah, no, that's the point I'm having here is that this party is drifting, not even drifting. This party is like gleefully locked arm in arm, skipping through a field of just
la la la, bam, la la, bam.
I am more curious to why Zero and Seeker are immediately on board with this, but
Well, because
guy
Zero
is
is
an
a psychopath. He's a total nutcase.
In character, hold on. In character, I go, either we could deal with this right now and get more sleep tomorrow, or I'm going to bed early and waking up early to deal with this.
Whichever option doesn't lead to us contributing to murder. Look, people are gonna die along the way, but it doesn't mean that we have to get paid for it.
but
If we do it, then, like you said, we get paid for it, and it's nicer, isn't it? Because we know that we did it.
No.
Would you rather somebody else kill this guy? Or what?
I turn towards Seeker, and with one very stern finger, like I'm saying no to a naughty dog, I just no.
Naughty Dog, please don't get us sued. Naughty Dog, we don't take any ownership of.
DM, no.
And if Rye gets no sleep tonight, he's gonna be an insomniac.
Seeker.
Ryan's gonna be the last of us to kill somebody on purpose. Sorry.
Can we rename our ship the Bandicoot?
You mean the Crash?
No.
So
The Infamous would work better for me, but that's fine.
Infamous is great.
So the
That's
biggest
Sucker Punch,
reason I
though.
was on board.
Oh,
with
my
this
bad.
guy-
I screwed that up.
What was that, Zero?
The biggest reason I'm on board with this is he probably has information on tokens, people that have tokens, where we can get them.
Sure. Yeah. But
Can
we
the
don't
GM
have
offer a
kill him
suggestion to
get
the
that
party?
information.
As professionals, one of you just tell Rye, well, we're just going to go talk to him, please.
I was actually literally just gonna say, well, we can talk to him, and if we find that we don't like him, then we could just kill him and get some extra stuff out of it.
We can talk to him.
Otherwise,
and not kill him.
Otherwise, we can just get what we need and leave. I mean, if we don't end up killing him, what's the worst that happens? We get less days in the inn.
I look
outside. I grew up on Castroville.
I look at Jimothy. Well, actually, I don't. Did you guys relay that there was a tower, or did I not hear that?
I'll allow it. It's been relayed.
Okay. Where's this tower that he's supposed to be?
In the center of town. It is quite hard to miss.
All right. I kind of just slowly start pushing Ride, like not down the stairs like forcefully, but like to like guide him.
As we disappear down the hall, you hear, "I'm very disappointed in you, Seeker. I'm very disappointed." I hope that had the right effect.
It did, up except for the as you slapped around your mic, but you got farther away. I liked it. Yeah, that one. That's the one that I don't like, and that'll never happen again.
Sheer Kit just kind of he wants to leave the games, but he doesn't want to kill people. I don't think he
the
wants
vest behind you. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Sometimes you have to break a few eggs to get a sculpture.
He thinks that
Sometimes you have to disembowel people. Just cause.
Man, that Bolita wisdom is real impactful and concise. I like it. Oh, good. That should be on a t-shirt, Justin. I'm gonna break a few eggs and get a sculpture. Hey, any fan artists out there want to draw an egg sculpture of Nyarlathotep? Please do.
Or make an egg sculpture with eggs.
Oh yeah, I'd allow
The
it.
waste of eggs, though.
You could eat it afterwards.
Yeah,
just
that's
and it was like an entire month's ration of them.
All right, guys, I need some actions. What are you doing?
I think we're going to at least question the gentleman.
Okay, are you sleeping on it, or are you going now?
Couldn't
Going
we
now.
use some info on how to get into the tower first? I should probably have said that in character, but let's just
To
pretend I
whom?
did. To the rest of the guys. First, I propose we maybe go talk somewhere else about the rest of this.
These guys
Why?
aren't going to say anything.
We all look back at them to see how they cower in fear.
They do cower. Yes, they retract.
I turn to the rest of the bar and say, "Is this Lord of the Things, is he a good person or a bad person?
The android puts both hands over his eyes. Lord of the Things? I've never heard of such a thing.
Honest opinions, really, please.
Fine. From let's see, from one corner of the room, you get a couple of he's all right. Another person vehemently says, "That
Vehemently.
thing." Oh yeah, thank you. That thing, whatever it is, the bird wearing freak, garbage. Humanoid garbage. Another one says, "Help me just fine. I would have never known that I had space cancer if it wasn't for him. Knows the stuff he does."
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, it got better.
Oh, then I'm so happy to hear that.
Did they cut it out of you?
Pulls up his shirt. Yeah, that whole nipple right there is gone because of they done to take it out.
I could have done better.
Sheer
Well,
Cat
that
also,
answers that question.
also an answer of an expert in nipple cancer remover. Nice, good to know.
Rye is outside of the building, wondering where everybody is.
Oh, you went out of the building.
I went outside.
Oh, I thought
I said I push him down the stairs.
Oh,
I thought you guys were already at the bottom of the stairs, which is why I was confused.
I come back 3 days later. Hey guys, I got the thing. He's alive. Here you go. Turns out, real cool guy, just weird. Wears a bird suit.
What I don't get is that if she wants a thing back, but she wants us to kill him, how is she gonna get the thing back?
She wants us to rob him and murder him.
No, she never asked us to get the thing back.
True.
Well, it was.
Did you want to inquire with the Vesk further?
We did.
We've spent almost an hour on this one
True,
scene.
we have.
9/11.
Dustin's
let's
fine
go.
with it. It gives him a chance to write a bunch of stuff we won't use.
I've planned 0% for tonight, so
I know.
all I gotta do is
It
throw another
shows, Dustin. It
philosophical
shows.
question at you, and we're good to go. All right, fine. You guys are all out of the building. You are in. Well, I thought you guys had more things to ask, and you got 0 intel, and you made 0 rolls against this NPC. So that's okay.
Yeah.
I made a roll against the NPC.
Yeah, several
Correct,
times.
and you did, and you got valuable information. Well, nah. You guys are in the dome proper. Night has fallen. As again, many of the people here were reprobates before being, brought in. Nighttime is their time. The residents of Pistol that were native to, the residents of the dome that were native to this dome retreat indoors and try to keep to themselves. At nighttime, you get basically all of the criminals. You get a variety of gangs kind of wandering the street. You get unwholesome figures wearing varieties of damaged armor, hodgepodge clothing, weaponry ranging from serrated pieces of metal that they carry around with them to a couple of them having functioning high-powered laser weaponry. The few people you see with those seem to be the bigger groups in the dome. Steering away from most of them and heading into the center of the dome, you are able to relatively quickly pick out the tower. It is called the Second Tower, and it is denoted as such by the blinking neon sign that has been erected that says the Second Tower. The front door, which the tower is only about 3 stories high. We'll give it 4 stories. The rest of the buildings around don't get higher than 2 stories, so that's
4
why
stories.
it's called the Second Tower.
Is there a third tower?
It looks like there was a building that was maybe of equal height, but was burned down across the way, or like across the street from this one. And the name does seem to be a little bit of a joke. Whether or not it's in joke or poor taste, hard to say.
Is it Sprump Tower?
No, it's the Second Tower.
No, the one that burnt down.
No, that would have been the first tower.
Yeah, so there was 2 towers.
The 2 towers, no less.
We should just continue because they're not getting it.
It's fine.
I absolutely get it, but
Try
I was
so
gonna make
hard.
a-
The another neon sign below the title of the building is a sign that simply says open with a blinking arrow pointing to the front doors, and another neon sign which seems to have been extracted from another business because none of these signs seem cohesive or go together, says open 24 hours, and then someone has shattered the light bulbs on the words below, which says free shake with every purchase or something like that. And you guys around them, around this building, are like nestled, touching it, are other buildings, and you guys are on basically Main Street of this dome.
Okay. You said that there's buildings nearby to this tower, like on either side of it.
Yep, and they nestled right up against. There's no alleyway in between them. They touching form a continuous line, basically for an entire block.
How many stories tall is the tower?
4.
4 stories.
And, so what I want to do is I'm going to start checking out one of the buildings adjacent to the tower. That's nestled right in up next to it.
Sure. What are you doing to this building?
I just want to see what it is. Is it like a residential building? Is it just more shops? My idea is to see if we can infiltrate the tower from a different floor on the other side buildings.
The buildings next to it are each only 1 floor high. You can maybe get to the roof and then have access. But the building on the left seems to have been converted into like some sort of laundry facility, but it doesn't have any machines. So it's just kind of like strung up clothes drying and a couple of basins for water in the back. On the other side appears to be some sort of residence with different gang sign graffiti over it, kind of denoting, we'll say, actually, I have groups for this one. The groups, no, don't have it there. That'd be too easy. Let me see. I'm down to 1 monitor, so my notes are a little bit harder to get access to. They are... it says fresh meat. The kind of gang markings for that building denote it as territory of fresh meat.
Does either of the 2 buildings on either side look easier to climb than the other?
No, I wouldn't say so. They're probably identical. Again, they're prefab housing that was common to the domes before you guys ever got there.
So I start relaying my plan to to everybody else in the party. We could try seeing if we could get to the rooftop and making our way to the 2nd floor in the tower.
That's a possibility. I do have, again, I can make everybody fly. I can make everybody go up there.
How high could we fly?
You could
up
fly.
To the 4th story?
Let's see if I look
So you said 4th story, but how high is it in feet?
Level 1.
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many feet up is the building?
God, I don't know. How many feet is a floor?
A story is typically 10 feet.
We'll go with 10 feet each story. Thank you, Chris.
You can keep going while I...
It's slightly shorter than a Gundam. Does that help?
Nope.
I need a Gundam for scale.
Oh, Dustin has some back there.
Yeah,
Here it is.
They're not lit very well, but yeah, it's all right.
So on the way here, did we draw any attention?
Would be...
Roll perception 0.
Actually, Sheerkat would
person.
definitely be looking out for people as well.
Sure thing.
19.
24.
All right.
I could send 1 person up there.
I rolled 2 3s on my my stealth checks. Great.
Use what's it called?
So you both pick up on, it looks like 2 distinct groups have representatives that are kind of following you. One of the groups, or one of the individuals following you is, we'll say it's a Lashunta, wearing kind of like a hat, like a top hat kind of hanging off one side, and dressed in like a grimy suit, and kind of walking casually behind you guys with hands in pocket and making no effort to be hidden. And another one is someone who would be best described as an engineer. They're wearing a jumpsuit. They've got kind of homemade spectacles that they kind of wear like tucked over their ears with some wire frames, and they seem to be writing notes on a clipboard as they follow you furtively from shadow to shadow. Again, both not succeeding anywhere close to a stealth check.
And were any of these people patrons in the bar that we just left?
Not a single one, no.
Okay.
It's only 20 feet that I can make people fly, by the way, or
Okay.
go up
I
at level 2.
do we have an alleyway nearby?
No, the way the buildings are constructed, and this was to save space in the very space kind of intensive
Please.
dome. Buildings are made into each other. The only way to get into like an access panel would be like find an engineering panel,
Oh.
get into it, and then you can potentially get in between the buildings from the back end. But that's quite a complicated process for what you're trying to do. The front door is again open with blinking signs referencing how open it is.
I do have a grappler, by the way.
Awesome.
If you need that, I have it.
So the front door is open.
The front door is open, right?
Well,
It does sound like something secret dude is walking the front door.
He's literally giving us a neon sign that says "open," pointing at the door. We can come on the side. Hey guys, the door is open.
So I don't know if this speaks to our party or players' trust of Dustin.
I think this probably is more our party.
I mean, are we looking to go in tonight, or are we getting reconnaissance tonight?
We can talk to those gentlemen behind us. And I open up without turning around. I open up communications telepathically with the people behind us. And just, hey guys.
The engineer-looking fellow, we will. Oh, I didn't give him a raise. Let's make this engineer a lady because the other Lashunta will be a dude. Because I don't need Rai getting any more Lashuntas on his team. The engineer will be. You know what? We don't see enough humans in here. It'll be a human female. Drops the
We've ever
clipboard.
had a human.
What's up?
I don't think we've had any humans.
I can't remember if we have or not.
I
Either
don't
way,
Only BSU related, I imagine.
this one, yeah, I think there has been some human BSUs. That's right. A couple of the guards have been distinctly human. The engineer-looking lady drops the clipboard at the psychic intrusion. Again, losing all attempt at stealth. And the Lashunta in the dirty-looking business suit just kind of leans up against a nearby light pole and telepathically sends back, "Yo."
Is he trying to look smooth?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is he failing to look smooth?
Nah, it looks acceptably smooth.
Okay.
Casual, looks casual. I'll go with.
So I turn around and start walking back towards them, and I hope that the team follows suit.
No, no, I'd probably walk with him.
You mean you did this telepathically without telling us?
Well, you guys are aware of the. Did I say open up just with those two? Yeah, I'm
Yes, you
sticking
did.
with that
Okay.
anyway. And I just I communicate with the guys, and I just go, oh, I just scared him with the spooky bits, and I turn around and I start walking back, and I go, oh, I'm confronting some people.
You've got the Lashunta leaning up against a light pole, arms crossed, looking casual AF, and the engineer just across the street, like trying to hide like behind the lamp pole and like scurrying to pick up her dropped clipboard.
All right. Well, I just kind of walk up towards them, and
So, doing what Rai is doing and going back, I'm going to turn invis and stealth, and I'm going to move next to the Lashunta, cross my arms, lean against the building, and then turn visible.
I'm gonna walk with Rai and say hello, friends, as I walk by.
This stealth will be assuming I take the time to actually get the bonus, it'll be a 28.
I communicate telepathically, and I just say, trust me, I'm the one you're going to want to talk to.
The Lashunta telepathically back to you directly, no one else involved, says, "That was obvious from the antenna, dog."
Yeah. What up? And then so I say, listen, It's been a long
So obviously knowing what they're doing
introduction.
now, I am going to say, how about we bring this out of your head?
So I say, listen, it's been a long. I just hold up one finger. It's been a long, long. I don't know if it's been a long day or week at this point in time. It's
Couple
been
of
a
days.
long time.
Couple of days. Actually, probably about a week at this point. Yeah.
And frankly, I'm just being honest. It's just going to be so much easier if we just be open and honest here. And then I say out loud, "Why are you following us, buddy?" And I'm just like clearly just like frustrated.
Why not? You got a problem with me following you?
Listen,
What? You own the streets now, huh?
I turn to the woman. Why are you
Cat
guys
taps,
following?
taps Rye on the shoulders.
What happened?
Sheerkat taps Rye on the shoulder.
Yeah.
One day to kill him.
No.
Okay.
No. I turn back to the woman. Why are you following us?
Well, I'm not sure I'm at liberty to say, but the industrialists have interest in any strange comings and goings, and I'm on night watch.
What are the industrialists?
I don't know how much you care if you don't already know, frankly.
Would Dren know?
I point at Dren. Oh, okay. I thought you were raising your hand.
Dren might know, but as far as I know, this conversation's psychic.
I mean,
No.
No. I after I communicated that I'm the person that they want to talk to, I said everything else out loud.
Oh, okay. All right. Dren, you know the Industrialists was a group that was kind of forming when you left, and they seem to be mostly made up of the original residents of the Dome who are doing their best to get by. They've accepted the status quo. They've accepted they won't be able to change things as they are a part of the most dangerous game show. And they're the ones responsible for the wall, mostly responsible for the wall erected around the town. And they're the ones trying to make the best lives they can while they're here.
Okay.
Is that communicated, Dren?
I will communicate that in character, though.
Okay.
Well, from what I remember from my short time here, the industrialists were members of the Dome before it was here on Eox. They're just trying to get by. They built most of what you see around the town.
Do I recognize either of these two people?
No.
No. Okay.
Again, you weren't
in this
that
industrial one
invested in Industrial One or in even the Pistol Residents. Rye would have, in my opinion, had his eye on the theatrical people and the
Correct.
people who could give him benefit, and these would definitely be neither.
Correct. He is indeed, or at least was, a social climber. Oddly enough, lately, a good person. I don't like this development.
Be a bad person.
No, someone in this party has to not be literal evil. So I start to turn on the diplomacy, and I go, oh, why didn't you just say that? Well, you don't need to sneak up. I'm practically neighbors. I spent a lot of time in industrial, not this number, the other one.
Yes, I recognized you.
Recognize me.
Fine.
I hand over a bloodied and dirtied autograph card, and
Cat takes it. It's in her fanny pack.
The woman says, "You can't be too careful these days. What with all of the convicts and criminals that are recently imported, constantly."
True.
She's looking at Dren.
Okay.
And Dren's nodding his head like I am.
I look at him and I go, yeah, he's a piece of crap. Completely understand you if that's the person that you were following. Okay, so, and I start to peer at the clipboard if I can see what it says.
No, she's clutching it to her chest.
Thought she dropped it.
She scrabbled it from the floor to pick it up, and now is clutching it to her chest, kind of like just hugging it to herself, almost defensively. The Lashunta, again, leaning against the pole. Really? That's who you want to spend your time talking to? I think you're wasting your time. You got questions? We got answers. Got lots of answers.
I turn back to him. I say, basically, so I'm aware of, out of character, I'm aware of what these guys are basically looking at and whatnot. Right. So, trying to formalize my thoughts. That's not
Formalize me, Captain.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a massive blank on an actual question to ask him. So yeah, I say, okay, who do you work for? I know the industrialists. Who
Excuse
do you
me?
report to?
Those stooges? Please.
They're different groups. If you didn't hear that,
I did
They're
not
from
hear
two
that. I'm
different
sorry.
groups.
Wait, these are two different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're on opposite sides of the streets, and both were failing miserably at following you stealthily.
One's the Bloods, one's the Crips. Pick your side.
Okay, then who do you work for?
I am a representative for the old hats, is what they're called around these parts.
And I look back over at Dren because he looks like a person who wears bad old hats.
The Dren would recognize these as the criminals that were imported to the dome from other penitentiaries or other setups around. These are basically the original criminals brought over once this dome was made a game show. They've been incarcerated for a long time in different, Eoxian prisons. Again, most Eoxian prisons probably somewhat game show related at this point. So these ones are not new criminals, basically.
Gotcha.
Good old hats.
So I telepathically back to the other one, the woman say, okay, well, I'm personally probably more of a fan of you guys than these guys. My party's gonna be tricky though. It's been weird, man.
Not really.
Yeah,
So
no,
I-
Secret would be
I know
on
that.
the side of the industrials, like 100%.
Huh? What was that?
I said Secret would be on the side of the industrialists 100%.
But they don't want to hire you to kill people. The criminals probably
That's
do.
fine. This is just doing it because
Because it's fun.
no,
Got
because
a
she was
hair
gonna
up
give us something. She was gonna give us free stay.
And the information was useful.
Yeah.
You people are monsters.
Out loud, the woman says, "Yeah, your party does look like a piece of crap." Ooh, forgetting to message you back telepathically.
I telepathically go, you ain't wrong.
As he sips his Kermit tea.
All right. Why are you both following us at the same time? And why are you both so bad at it?
Well, the woman begins, but the Lashunta cuts her off. Frankly, what do we care if you know you're being followed? You're strangers here. Also, quite valuable strangers, if we're going to be honest.
And you're gonna bring us back down, whatever your goal is.
I'm just here to look. You filthy reprobate. Hey, nice to see you again, Dren.
Yeah.
And I make a mental note not to like this Lashunta at all. So I turn back to all right, so I don't know. Anyone else have questions? I'm drawing blanks here. Out of character. I don't know
What
that.
my captain is trying to say is, would it be so much to ask if you just go away? I would even take a diplomacy roll.
Go ahead and roll diplomacy. The Lashunta slides off of the pole, puts his hands back in his pocket,
29.
and he says, "Hey, whatever floats your boats. Sayonara. You just lost the only observation you'll know about he does give a little jaunty wave before shoving his hand back in his pocket, and he strolls down the street. The industrialist says, and she starts jotting down notes in her notepad. You know that I can do that. If you
Wait, not you.
You know what? I don't know enough about you guys. Honestly, I didn't get enough intel. I'm just gonna say, watch yourselves because there's a lot of unsavory folks out here.
You
Also,
have a card.
if you're unsavory, we will do our best to kill you. Okay, thank you.
Wait,
Have a-
wait, no,
have a
don't
wonderful day.
leave.
Okay, bye.
No, don't leave, not you.
I reach out telepathically and try to get information to contact that person again. I would do this with both of them, by the way, if possible.
The
Seeker legitimately said that to the girl, by the way. Like, that
roll,
was in character.
roll me diplomacy to see if she stops after the vicious-looking millipede.
I did not use intimidate. I used diplomacy for 20.
Okay, then she doesn't need to leave. Yeah, if Seeker wants to stop her, that's fine.
Yeah.
And as
Are
for
you asking me to make a roll?
what was that?
No.
So I said when they were
Yeah. The Lashunta telepathic using telepathy back to you. He simply says, "You know what? You want to hear from us? Break some laws. We'll find you."
okay.
We got Paragon and Renegade options going here.
I'm gonna be honest with you, not even close, but I like the effort there. The industrialist turns and says, "Yes, Seeker, I think your name is."
Well, I mean, we want to help these people here, and we're all for the industrial dome.
Rye looks perplexed at this development.
Actually, we're not really accepting help right now. You see, y'all are known as the Pact Breakers, and you're kind of the reason we're here. And
You
while
were there.
what?
You were there when the BSU did this. Why would you think it was
I
us?
have proof.
Yeah, see, I was there when the BSU broadcast about the change in leadership because they had a filthy traitor as their leader. I was there when they broadcast that they were trying to save us from you. I was there when some of your pirate broadcasts went out, inciting folks to insurrection, and then everything went worse from there. So
I immediately interrupt angrily. So you weren't there when we ran around trying to save Pistol. You weren't there when we shuttled many survivors into safe houses. You weren't there.
she puts her glasses up. Conveniently not.
And how we actually saved a couple of the domes. I say dome weird.
Yeah. I'm assuming you saved this one, and it went to Eox. Great heroes. I'm just saying, we're not accepting help from you all. We're mostly just trying to mitigate the disasters you cause.
I start asking, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to communicate with you just how great I am in one conversation here while you were spying on us with a known criminal pointing back towards the other Lashunta.
I clearly wasn't with him. Are you blind?
You were on
As
his side.
clearly, you know what? I wouldn't know. Never mind.
So Dren
Yeah.
Almost questioned your captain, huh?
as
No.
Dren
I almost went into Miller.
Oh.
Almost channeled my
So-
inner Miller.
as Rye is talking to this lady, Dren, like a foot behind him or so, goes, "This is why you just don't talk to random people in the streets."
I mean, I do have that.
I mean,
I do have the stuff I showed the other people.
Yeah, she's really not interested in getting closer to you guys. If anyone makes any steps closer to her, she does step back.
Okay, so I ask, all right, go ahead.
I was going to tap. So Sheerkat again taps the captain, says, "These people really don't want to deal with us. They're just following us around. They will give us no information.
I
Probably
say-
just let them be."
Why don't you just look at her clipboard?
Clutches it tighter to her chest.
I telepathically go, listen, we're gonna let you go. Obviously, we're not here to rough you up or anything. That would have happened a while ago. I just need you to give me some information if you can. What do you know about the Lord of the Things? Any information. I'm not from here.
Out loud, she says, well, the Lord of the Things is hard to pin down.
Was he a butterfly?
No, butterflies are quite easy to pin down and quite beautiful after you do so. But the Lord of the Things is more so he's self-serving in the extreme, but as long as you bring the right bartering tools, you'll probably get what you want.
What are those bartering tools?
Information or whatever he asks for, I suppose. I don't really deal with him myself. He is a little unsavory because he'll deal with anyone.
So he's neutral.
You can only be neutral to a certain point, and then you're a piece of spoop.
I look around my party.
Hello.
I'm starting to learn, lad. And if no one else has any questions for this person, I got nothing.
Nope.
I just ask for contact information in case we want to get in touch, and I imply heavily that everything that you've heard have been lies.
Everything, including the part where you said you didn't do.
Everything you heard from them has been lies. God, now
Don't
I
believe
understand why you
Ondor's
get
lies.
lost easily. And I just say, like, so do I get the contact information? I'm not going to keep dwelling on this.
She says, well, none of their communicators work in the dome. I assume you guys know that.
Yeah, how do I get a message to you?
If you really needed to contact us, talk to any of the guards at the walls. All of the guards work for us.
Okay, thank you.
And your name?
My name? I'd rather not that be in your mouth. Thank you. Or your mandibles.
Jimathan.
That's an odd way to say that. That's a really odd way to say that.
You don't know what they've said about you, Pact Breakers. The less you know about me, probably the better.
I'm not a pact breaker.
No, you're a thing.
You
That's
are
racist.
too. Okay. Well, toodaloo. See ya. Well, not. I won't be seeing you again. But bye.
Right about that one? No, I'm just kidding.
She kind of furtively walks off, and as soon as she gets past the block, she ducks down a corner.
Well, that was useless.
Yep.
Oh, that was a great job, right? Awesome.
People really don't like you guys, do they?
Not so much. Sorry, I'm crunching.
Well, that's why I'm here.
We're walking in this big front door, right?
We're gonna kill this dude or what?
We're not going to kill this dude.
All right.
How
Yeah.
about we find out if it's even necessary?
Yeah.
Listen, if he tries to kill you, but not in self-defense, maybe. Until then, no murder. Then I look at Zero and I go, no murder, please. And I retract my finger. And then I look at Brent and I go, no murder. And then
I'll follow your lead for now.
I say, for me, please, no murder.
I wasn't going to.
Can you roll sense motive? That feels like a bull-faced lie.
I feel like because Rye asked it, it's not a lie.
That's exactly true.
No, I trust it.
All right. So how are you guys handling? So going in the front door?
Yeah,
At this
I'm
point,
just gonna walk
Randy.
in.
Yes, at this point here, I just want to get this moving.
Yep.
Please.
Cool. As you guys enter the front door, you walk into something that looks probably pretty close to a pawn shop on the first floor, where there are different knickknacks and trinkets, and some of them have like random prices attached to them, like a secret or a lock of hair or DNA in a fluid form. And other ones have just other like weird random assorting prices, and there is a counter which does seem to block off. So the counter runs the distance of the entire floor. There is a like a plexiglass or whatever space glass window in between you and the rest of the building, and then behind there are stairs going up on the left and stairs going down on the right. And behind this plexiglass window, this kind of guard window, is an individual leaning on the edge of the counter, fist kind of on their cheek, and says, I wasn't sure you guys were ever going to get in here. I'm really concerned about how you get anything done. This individual is humanoid, average height.
That you're muted.
Wearing
I
wearing a black tank
Black
top,
shirt.
no, a black t-shirt, just a pure
with
black
a bunch
t-shirt.
of hexagons on it. He's bald. He's kind
No,
of
Josh. He is wearing apparently some sort of jumpsuit underneath, because it does kind of come through and cover, and it appears to be just like a pale fabric jumpsuit. And on their face, they are wearing a mask, and it is basically just a piece of metal that kind of comes to a point, and it only looks like a bird because of the fact that it comes to a point in the front of their face.
So is it
It
one
has-
of the plague masks?
No. It's
alright.
much closer to their, like, the bridge of their nose is where this point is. It looks like a very lazily made mask, almost like two pieces of metal welded together until they fit across a face. They've got eye holes cut out, grill for the mouth, and it does cover or encapsulate their face. And they say, oh, welcome to the second tower.
That's it.
Are you the Lord of Things?
Oh, yes. Ah, yes, I am the Lord of the Things.
Sense motive.
And looks up off to the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
The sense motive on if he actually is the Lord of the Things. 24.
Blind.
So, for the record, sense motive is not a lie detector.
Do I feel like he's being deceptive or dishonest? As
Sure. Yeah. What was your roll?
24.
As far as you can tell, this person at least thinks they're the Lord of the Things.
What are your things? And why are you the lord of them?
Visibly puts hands, you can't see it below the counter, puts them where it looks to be their genitalia might be. Again, hands his finger below the counter and says, well then, that's a personal question there, a monkey boy.
Yeah, monkey boy.
I smile.
Or should I say Dren, captain of, what's the name of your ship?
Burning Eclipse.
Captain of the Burning Eclipse. Oh, God, I just punched my mic. Sorry. Ex-captain of the Burning Eclipse.
I'll get back to it. Question still stands. What are your things?
All things are my things, if you really must know. I consider myself a lord of them, in fact. All things. All the things. Your things, my things, his things, its things, those things.
Question.
No, so I was about to go to bed. This whole thing happens. We are caught up in the street for a good couple of minutes, and this guy is just not giving me an answer. I'm going to bring out my Solarian weapon on my tail as a pure intimidation tactic.
No.
Yes. And I got 22.
Rye just puts his forehead into his hand and just hates everything.
Dear Cat puts its forehead into Rye's other hand.
I'm going to be honest with you. Based on your having absolutely no standing in terms of being a threatening figure, you're taking a heavy reduction to your roll. And again, it puts its head back on its cheek and it says, that's so cute. I just love that. Can I just hold on? And he takes out like an electronic device and takes a quick pick and says, yeah, I like that. That's going on my wall upstairs. Yeah.
Do you know
That's a thing.
why?
That's my thing now. If that helps.
Do you know why we're here?
Ooh, let's see. No, I assume you want things.
Okay. Does the name Jimothy mean anything to you?
Vuna.
Stupid. Oh, Vuna. Yeah. I know Vuna. Vuna and I go way back. We're old friends. Good friends.
Not the way Jimothy tells it.
When he says Jimothy, he means Vuna.
He does, yes.
Well, Vuna's probably a little sore because I've got her thing.
What is her thing?
Stuff she doesn't want anyone else to know.
Okay.
Last time
Makes
we dealt
sense.
with things that people didn't want to know about, we kind of resurrected a long dead gang lord. Right? Isn't that what happened last time?
You don't hand them the hamburger and then say, "Oh yeah, that will cost you."
You
I don't
resurrected an
understand
undead gang lord? What?
He's
No,
a
not
bit
an
of a-
undead.
and I just like I turn back and I go, listen, it's been a long day, and frankly, everything we do takes forever. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Someone is putting out hits on you. There's a free bit of information for you. That
I'm
one's
going to infer that it's Vuna, which is really crappy of Vuna. But thank you for that information.
yeah,
I
not a
appreciate that. Pro
Not a
bono information has to
Yeah.
be my favorite information. Free things, right?
yeah. That
Free
one's
things.
now and I'm turning on the diplomacy as much as I possibly can. I go, listen, you like information, I like information. You like being alive. I am apparently morally opposed to seeing the opposite happen.
You should join the Church of Farron. I hear those folks are all like that. Weird.
I understand why you went there, but I'm going to go ahead and say no to that. Anywho, why don't
Or that
we
Justice Society.
discuss-
That's a good. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I brighten up and I go,
Oh no, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's
another time.
sure. Another time, another tidbit of information. Tit for tat, as it were.
So we Jimothy is under the impression that we are here to kill you, which I am not.
Cool. I appreciate that. Sure.
Yeah. Not sure how many other people might be.
Well,
There's a little bit of silence from me.
Seeker just shrugs.
And I was like,
you've got what looks to be an engineered weapon, a couple that could be engineered weapons. They're a little bit harder to find information on. A notorious
just get-
pirate, and you.
yeah, I'm the one who's not really a threat to anything. I've been told that.
Oh, you're quite threatening.
Yeah.
Actually, in the space waves, you've got quite a rap sheet for the whole murder it, and I like it.
It's
He really does, though.
I feel like he's killed more than the rest of us.
I feel I haven't.
Is this true? Have you killed people?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Ryan's killed plenty of people. Not very well, mind you, and it wasn't.
Like on Dren's ship,
What did I only
he fell in a hole and
And
people were
he
like,
says
"Let me kill this."
kill them? And we just start squabbling.
Yeah, let's keep going on and on and
Oh,
on.
what do you mean I didn't kill them well enough? They're dead.
Tell me. I want to hear your stories.
That's like saying someone's half pregnant.
Yeah, but there was no artistry in it. No artistry. Come on. As an actor, you'd think bubble and just keep going.
I just turn back to him and I go, listen, my suggestion is that we just, I very rarely say this, but cut the theatrics and just have an honest conversation, see if we can communicate, get some information back and forth, and make sure you don't die.
I've got a better point or counter offer, and I'm just gonna ask one simple question for you. Yeah,
Is this where you try to kill me?
what are you buying?
What are you selling?
Yes.
Information. You want information? I've got information. Who do I have information? And I'll give it to you for a price. Now, depending on the information you ask, maybe I'll accept information in return. or your fingernail, or one of your antennas, or androids have some fun circuits inside them that come right out and only do a little bit of harm. Did you
We
know
really
that?
do.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, ask your question. I'll tell you a price, and if you pay it, I'll give you your thing. It is simple. I am an easy person.
We just had our questions answered.
Oh,
Did
well
we?
then. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Dren, you need to never talk.
Ooh, just like me.
Oh, you
We
need a
can be
gag?
buddies.
I've got gags. The price for that, simple, just a childhood secret.
We need information on the coins or tokens
Tokens,
required to get
say.
out.
Now, see, that's a little bit more interesting bit of information. Let's see. I can tell you where you can find some tokens for sure. All about those tokens. Love tokens. Don't have any myself. I'll give you that one for free. One of you all want to fork me over? I'll take a firearm. I'll tell you where a token is for a firearm. I'm
Now,
feeling like I could use some protection. Who knows?
here's the problem, though. If you tell us where we can find tokens, what's to stop anybody else from coming and asking you where we went to go find those tokens?
Obviously,
Absolutely
they would-
nothing.
Obviously, he
So
would ask a
maybe we
price.
shouldn't.
That's fine. Also, they're just going to watch you on TV later anyways. Every single challenge is televised.
Good point.
Please. Knowing where you are is not the point. If you guys hide, they'll just have one of their sponsors drop some supplies on you and it'll tell everyone where you are. It's a really nasty gimmick. Saltazar's a real prick. Tell you that for free too.
How
Pepper's
about-
all right.
So,
How about this? Seeing
right,
as-
is it? You've told us all that your intention is to destroy the game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just say it. How much would your freedom be from this dome?
Oh,
much would that be
absolutely
worth?
not. I am here by choice. Thank you very much. Loving it here too. It's like a vacation.
Well, there goes that.
Do you know other ways to get out of the dome that do not involve tokens?
Not that I'm willing to tell.
Well, that's
For any price.
Well, depends.
What do you mean depends?
I'm just saying, if the price is his life, perhaps he's willing to talk.
You'd be surprised how little I value my life. One of your lives, though.
We all point at the monkey.
Been a while since I've seen friends or compatriots murdering compatriots. It'd give me a feel for home.
For home? Where is home?
How much do you want to know?
Oh my god, this guy is the worst. I'm slowly going back on my not killing thing. Oh my
Okay, so, all right. Sheerkat steps forward again and says, seeing as our good old captain will not allow us to take your life,
I'm not little. I'm
You.
6 foot tall.
I probably have some issues with it as well. I'm just suggesting.
do you have jobs that need to be done?
No. I will take payment for things. Sure. Like I don't mind. If you need something, pay for it. That's it. I'm a self-sustained business. Entrepreneur.
I look around the inside of the place. What's it look like?
A pawn shop.
It just looks like a pawn shop. All of the items are of little to no consequence.
The ones that are out are, if you look a little bit more behind the plexiglass, you see that he does actually have a large number of weapons, maybe some more valuables. The counter does have an inset glass display case that does show off some more valuables.
Okay, so we're basically dealing with a more annoying and less sane penguin.
How would
I'd allow
grenades
it.
do? For,
What was that?
For tokens.
What was
For
that?
information about the tokens. How about grenades instead of a firearm?
Grenades are so cheap, though. They're not expensive at all. And while I get money is a little harder to come by here, how many grenades do you own? You personally, Seeker, how many grenades do you own?
I own. Oh, you know my name. Oh, well, everybody knows my name now. Actually, yeah. Never mind. That's not important.
Should I talk about your other names?
Other names? Okay. Well, anyways, That'll cost you.
How much are those names worth?
What?
Said how much are those names worth?
For that, let's see. I would take just a secret, something that nobody knows about you. Trade for a trade seems fair. I'll be giving away one of my nicely kept secrets for one of yours. It seems fair.
I slowly pan over to Zero like this.
What can I get for this? As Sheerkat reaches into its pack and pulls out a book with a mask on it.
What do you want?
Just perception. Does he look interested?
I don't need you to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten quiet, has stopped the exaggerated movements, and kind of settles down on in, and
What
the
book is
bird
that?
mask leans in a little bit.
The book that we found down in the dark hole.
Oh right. Did we ever read that?
We can't.
We
Yeah,
can't.
we cannot.
Why is that? Oh, not in
Different
our
language.
And failed all your checks.
Yep.
Do you need to know where Token is? I could definitely point you in the right direction.
That's about enough tokens for all of us.
Frankly,
You shown your hand when you.
as interested as I am, I'm not that interested. That's good bartering you're asking me for, and while the book is nice, it'd be more for personal reading anyways.
Anything you can tell us about the book?
That seems counterintuitive.
You've just told me enough. As she slides it back into its pouch.
I could get you more business.
Uh,
Not now. Eventually.
I don't need business. You idiots walk in my front door of your own volition, as does everyone else.
I can get you more idiots.
I do quite well on my own, Dren. Thank you very much.
It seems almost one-sided in that you have all of this information. I wonder what people could possibly come to you for. I'm here trying to spare your life and getting the runaround as I bite into a futuristic version of whatever the hell Swedish fish is.
It's
a Swedish
I assume it would be Castrovellian fish, but that's okay.
industrial fish.
Sounds awful.
He says, I don't have all of the things yet. I just have many things. And you so heavily broadcast, I've had a lot of outside sources looking for things I offer. And I definitely have some fun information. Also, some I just know for fun. However, plenty of people come and tell me secrets, whether it's who they've gotten pregnant, who they've maybe murdered in a past life, who they stole money from. Sometimes it's how long did they wet the bed for if it's embarrassing enough. Other times they just give me their DNA for things like, how can I drive more people to my lovely establishment? Sometimes they tell me things that really shouldn't be out there because they want something in return. It's a simple transactional piece. It's easy, simple.
The entire breaking up of the pistol system was a lie fabricated by a shadow government that's put blame on the pact breakers.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
Oh, you already know that.
Oh yeah, I helped. Why do you think I knew to come here for vacation?
So when he says that, I gesture to the party and I go,
You don't even need to gesture. My gun comes right out and aims.
okay, all right. But I still go like,
oh, that's some wonderful information you just gave us there.
Perfect. I'm glad you liked it.
For free too. Wow.
he
Well,
gestured
then again,
under
I'm
his
sure
desk.
we gave you some.
And about 2 guns come from the ceiling, 2 guns come from the floor, and they look to be quite bigger than your pistol, Rye. You think I run this business without any protection? If I needed to, I could flood that room with well, it's not lava per se, but I like to call it lava.
Is he behind glass?
Yes.
You said that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I don't pay much
If
attention.
you want to play rough, I'll just go away and, we can try this another day. Or you could simply play by the rules. Give me things or information and I'll give you whatever you want. I'm very easy to deal with, I swear.
Oh, I would have been done if we were at the arena.
There's only one there, Dren. That'll only help one of you.
One's all
Where
I need.
can I find a token? What
Besides the-
information do you want from me?
For that, I'd like a firearm.
I do not own a firearm.
Ooh. Well, okay. Why don't you just audibly tell me and the party where you're actually from, and make sure you embellish a bit, because I've got my suspicions, but I'd love some confirmation. And I think the tension that might cause would just send shivers up my spine.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Are you? Oh, I'm sure you are familiar with the Blue Star Corporation.
Excessively so.
Ah, yes. Are you familiar with the fact that they are run by one family?
Yes, to more or less, yes, sure.
Do you know where the family gets their money from? And you would say the Blue Star Corporation does pretty well.
I would indeed say this.
But no, that's mostly a front. You see, I am one of many, many, many entities raised for hire as personal bodyguards / assassins. Is that enough?
It embellishes some information I had. I'll allow it. I like that. Yeah. You know
Where
about
is my token?
You know
Seeker
about the
yawns as
arena.
if he's heard it before.
What's that?
I said Seeker yawns as if he's heard that story before.
Have you?
I mean,
We
yes,
don't
actually,
know.
you did tell me that. You didn't say Blue Star, but you did say that.
Mhm.
We did talk about it. But
So,
I mean, also as
so
you,
Blue Star Corporation is the one that actually manufactures basically all of the weapons and spaceships ever.
Well, they
A lot.
not ever, but they do. They are the ones that built your mechs. They're the one that built your spaceship. They're the one that built Rex, who's been quite violent. Yeah. But again, live organic creatures being grown does seem to be at least new to the Lord of the Things. And he says, you know about the arena and how they advertise a token.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is a second set of arena contests, I guess you could call them. Most folks call it the lesser arena, but in reality, it's called the collective. It's the little set of huts a bit north of the arena and due east of here.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, they call it the collective, but most folks call it the lesser arena. Folks there are a bit unfriendly is an understatement, but they let you in on their games. And unlike the arena, you all can play it once, but like the arena, they only own one token.
Sheerkat immediately turns around to Rai. Did I do good?
You get a big thumbs up from the captain, who then returns to looking frustrated and angry and puts his gun
Looks
away.
over at we'll say Dren and sticks out a tongue.
No one wants to offer poor old Lord of the Things a firearm to find out where another token is.
You're not getting any guns.
I did offer grenades. I have 5.
I have 0 grenades.
I believe I left most of my better belongings, more valuable belongings on my ship, which I will get back to eventually.
I have a couple serums.
Serums do me no good. Grenades, 5 grenades is not going to be enough for a second token location. Maybe. Does anyone want to give me a finger?
Not in particularly.
If you'd like to put that into the slot, I can take that from you, Captain.
For anybody listening at home, he was holding up a couple middle fingers. So
Searcat just
with
looks
that
down
audio,
and is like, "Oh, I got an extra several to spare," and starts reaching for some sort of a cutting device.
Do you grow those back?
No,
Oh, don't.
but I got plenty of them.
Put the knife back down. I'm like, well, I look
See,
at
I got one.
the audience, or I telepathically say to the audience. Wow, not the audience, to the party. I'm assuming no one's going to give this guy any information. We're not going to give him a gun, and we don't have anything of value that we're willing to give up, right? So we're done here.
I mean, if you guys do have something of value you'd like to offer, he doesn't know what you have.
Considering how surprised he was not by what Sheerkit had given him for information, I don't think Dren has any information that he would not know. I would give him information. I don't have very much of anything to give him as far as like items go.
Information for tokens probably isn't good, but if you guys want other things, he's pretty close to a shop all. Like you should have access to, if you needed something like, i.e., you need batteries, you could come to the Lord of the Things. Sheerkat was going to say?
No. I was going to say something along the lines of, well, I still got several fingers.
My biggest thing is I'd be willing to give up a firearm, but I don't remember how many of the laser azimuth pistols we actually got as far as other loot.
Most of them would have been collected on your ship. You guys don't carry around all your loot as the general, because you have the base of operations of the Indecision. So it's loot that you would have acquired on Verces is basically all you guys have to barter with. I don't know what you got on Verces. I don't keep track of that, nor will I. But if you got stuff on Verces you want to give out, or stuff you keep in your normal equipment that you want to give out, go for it. If you guys want to give some secret character information that you think is juicy enough for the the Lord of the Things, go for it. Otherwise, you guys can move on. You have the location of 2 tokens at least.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy. I'm going to end up shooting him if I don't get up.
Well, I mean, obviously, looking at the map, we can probably tell that there's going to be a token at most places.
So far, you've been to at least one that had no tokens.
That's
2
true.
now, including Industrial Town and the Church of Reality.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I still would imagine that there's token probably hidden in most of the areas.
Well, we got board for at least one night. Might as well set up shop and head out tomorrow. Aye, Captain?
Yeah. I look at the Lord of Things. You are so incredibly useful. Thank you for all of your information.
Well, if you find more things of interest, like that book, and you'd like to trade, you know where I am.
So I'm gonna kind of look
what it is.
What was that?
As soon as I figure out what it is that intrigues you about it.
So I'm actually gonna look at Rye real quick and try to get his attention. Like I want him to make a telepathic link.
Oh yeah, done.
All right. So I know you, Lashunta, can read minds. Any chance you could try to read his surface thoughts as we ask him potential questions?
I can only do that once a day.
Did you use it today?
I used it last episode, I believe.
But last episode was a bunch of days. I just don't
last episode was a bunch of days. I don't
Oh.
think you used it in Industrial Town, did you?
I don't
Not
think so,
yet.
because I never had to roll anything.
No, he would have been using it against like an NPC. I don't remember who.
Well,
used
it's
it
in
on
like a
last.
cone, right? Anywhere he can see, and usually Sheerkat is within his.
That's a good call. Yeah, I don't think you've used it today.
I think the last time he used it was over by the Oracle.
By the way, it does say when in terms of like reading people's thoughts and stuff. If that's like a spell-like ability, if you cast a spell, it is noticeable. I don't know if we can continue doing that according to rules, at least. In terms
Most
of,
people
like,
have noticed when he does it.
yeah, because it does say that like a cast spell is always obvious effects, always.
Yeah,
There's no
I've been saying like
clandestine.
mostly if like he's doing it where they're not obviously looking at him, they don't know. But
Yeah.
when he does it, like obviously he did it to the Lashunta Stoyer, who knew immediately, and other people when he's even failed or
Yeah.
they've
Well, we didn't
resisted.
know. That's the thing I'm saying. We didn't know that he was reading our minds when we probably should have.
I think you guys all did. I don't think we ever made it clear, maybe, but I've never
Oh.
said you guys didn't know.
I think we all just assumed we didn't know.
I'm just making
That's
sure
fine.
because we
I
probably
do the
don't want
thing.
him
I do the
thinking
thing.
that we're...
I do the thing.
All right,
I do the thing.
he does a thing.
What's the roll to
CR
resist?
is at least 11. It is
What's
let's go with 50. I think
your
My
class
charisma-
skill, right?
my charisma is 4. The
All right, so
I
it'd be
think last
15.
time we assumed it was a level 1 spell plus 10, so 15. We had previously rolled 16 somehow. I don't remember how. I'll go with 15. That's fine.
15. All right. I got a 13 on the die, and what's the stat?
So it's
Will?
It'd be
Will.
wisdom.
it's
Yeah, will save.
saving throw as well.
Okay. Hey Seeker, what's your will save?
My will save?
Yep.
Oh boy, is this another one? Mine is 7.
7 will.
Well, actually, 6 because I have a ring that gives me 7. So 6.
6. Yeah, you aren't able to detect surface thoughts.
At all.
Well, that gives me some information about who you might be.
Seeker, roll perception.
Okay, I don't have much of that. 14.
0, also roll perception. No, you so Seeker, you notice that as he that, like in some of his like gesticulating, kind of puts his arms out. He's a very animated person. The jumpsuit kind of slips beneath the gloves, and you see the telltale kind of metallic bluish skin with some circuitry showing in the wrist.
I had my
Like the
thoughts.
circuitry lines. And 0,
18.
18. I would say that just doing like a quick like kind of surveillance, when you look from as much as you can tell from Seeker to this creature, this being, this Lord of the Things, you notice that they are the same exact height, the same exact build, because the jumpsuit's rather form-fitting on the Lord of the Things, and also you catch glimpses of the slightly gray blue skin. What actual color skin do you have, Seeker?
It's
I think-
like a grayish blue, like a lighter blue.
A lightish blue skin with the telltale circuitry of androids, those kind of glowing lines that androids have. You're getting that this is another android, and maybe you have suspicions that you might be encountering something that you guys have seen before.
Well, that's not gonna matter if he keeps that secret or anything, because as soon as we walk out of the door, I'm gonna say to everybody, or I think that's one of my ill-fated brethren there.
Want I should kill him?
Yes, actually, but I don't think we can right now.
Seeker, just so you know, as you're kind of putting things together, out of all of your line, the antics and the focus on information gathering and acquisition, probably more in line with Nat 6.
Okay. Because so to reiterate to everybody, we know that Seeker came from a line of androids that were assassins. Apparently, he might not know too much. He might know more. Who knows? But
Has that all been?
That's been.
Some of that came out with, again, so the audience might know more than the full party.
Yeah.
Because I'm forgetting
Some of
what I
that-
know that they don't
Because
know.
we did kill we
Yeah.
killed Nate.
Nat
Who-
3.
Exactly.
Who basically said this and said that I was related to him and the rest of them.
Oh
so.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
So hopefully you guys knew that. Otherwise, spoilers. But yeah.
Ooh.
So, well, to explain, yeah, I'm renewed. I don't know much about my past, but yeah, I do know that there are a bunch of bad androids out there that look just like me and are kind of brothers. So,
Should I kill you too?
No, absolutely not. Why would you do that? Don't kill me.
You want to
Because we
avoid
might get a
others,
free
but
night
not
stay at the
you?
hotel.
No.
Okay. Well, let me know if you need me to kill you.
I'll be sure to let you know if I need you to kill me, but
Your cat just kind of
don't.
scratches its head and just kind of keeps walking. Clearly does not understand what Seeker is saying.
So I say, look, we dispatched Nate because he, tried to kill us. This guy didn't. We don't just
I'm
need
telling
to-
you, it's probably bad.
There's a lot of bad in this world.
He did openly admit he's part of the group of
BSU.
people that
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. I totally forgot.
that's
Yeah,
true.
do as you will.
Well, we got 2 leads that we can follow. I say we go to arenas.
Yeah, let's just go to the arena. This place.
Ooh, and kill more people. Just what Rai wants to do, right?
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, what's up in the other 3 floors of his tower?
I do.
We'll find that out later. Once we have more bargaining chips.
There could possibly be stuff up there that he might not want revealed about himself.
He could be hoarding
Absolutely agree. But for our information, we should probably move from this location.
Yeah, well, I was saying, like,
Just to
once we
kinda keep
left.
going.
Once we
Hey,
left
so
and
are
were
we
away,
going
I was
to an arena?
talking,
Well, as you
so-
guys start walking away from the building and you pass by the building adjacent to it, the one with the graffiti labeling it fresh meat territory,
Mhm.
you hear a hissing whisper from within the shadows of the doorway. Psst. Yo, pack breakers.
Ugh.
Keep
This guy.
walking.
Yo, you guys want to know where the tokens are?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I turn. I just with a what's with this bullshit? Look over at the whoever it is. Is it? I'm guessing it's the Lushunta again.
No. This one is a young-looking, I'd say like a teenager, and we'll say, let's see, what's the race we don't? For variety, it's a teenage dwarf, so a particularly less wrinkly version of the shorter, stockier race.
Does he still have a beard?
Of course, yeah,
Sweet.
down to like his knees.
That's awesome.
And he's like, "Hey,
I
you guys interested?
yeah.
All right. I don't know if you know this, but
Prepping sense motive.
we don't treat us well here. Fresh meat, you know? We get used like we're debris. We some of us were part of the group that broke off and formed Water's Edge. And I hear they got a token.
Who's they? Water's Edge?
Yeah, someone in Water's Edge.
Wait, are you betraying Water's Edge?
No, I want you to get me the hell out of here and take me with you. I'm going to Water's Edge.
Oh, sense motive.
Yeah.
27.
Really? On a 4, you get a 27?
No,
No.
look at my full roll. That's my bonus die.
Oh, I was gonna say I just see the
Yeah,
4.
I saw the
didn't-
4 too. I was like, what?
Sorry for audio folks. He rolled a 17 on the D20 It was a 3 on the D6 that he gets as a bonus. I only saw the 4 that he rolled on the D6. Let me see if he's. I don't think he's gonna beat that.
Probably not even with a net 20.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't look at his character sheet, but he definitely doesn't have enough for what he rolled.
Ooh, it's someone
doesn't-
with a character sheet.
Well, I have like an arbitrary character sheet for NPCs. Like and based on their like role, I have like a very.
Is the dwarf a nerd?
No, the dwarf is not a nerd. He's definitely honest about what he told you, but it's also hearsay. It's what he heard. He doesn't have any proof, and it's kind of obvious that he's what he's kind of gambling with or bartering with. It's tenuous at best. Again, not lying, and that's going to be an important distinction. He does seem to be earnest.
Okay. I say, okay. Give us 3 minutes, and I turn to huddle with the party and open up a telepathic communication between all of us. All right, where are we going? Are we going to the arena, or are we going?
We should go to the arena and then to the other arena, which is.
We'll get to quicker tokens at the arenas.
And then we can go to Water's Edge.
Okay.
What we should do. He was able to get information about this token. Maybe he could fetch up some more information.
Yes. Okay. So I turn back to the kid and I go, all right, listen, how good are you at keeping out of trouble?
Well, and Dren, for your knowledge, Fresh Meat is another group, sort of. It is any criminal who has been added to the dome after its creation. So these are the newer additions, again, convicts that are incarcerated. They are traditionally used like fodder, whether it's the old hats using them as like actual kind of ground forces for some of their actions, whether it's the industrialists using them as kind of the first line of defense. They get kind of used by every other constituency. So when this kid says, I mean, as good as I can be, you recognize that not really. I mean, he's not particularly good at being out of trouble at all, and it's not his fault necessarily.
Right.
Okay. I say, listen, try your best to not get in trouble and to not get dead. We're working on a thing. We can't go to that town right now. I can't tell you where we are going, but the guys there seem to be good enough. If you can just manage to keep yourself out of trouble, I'll do my best to get you out of here safe and sound. I'm going to do my best to help out everybody here who is not,
You could,
murder hobo.
if you're leaving an industrial town, you could take me with you. I don't mind traveling, even if it's dangerous. I don't know if I can not get dead here.
Does he have any weapons on him?
Make a perception check.
I'll do
None
the
visible.
I
Like
asked him,
obviously,
do you
like
have any
T-
weapons on you?
12.
12.
Ask him straight up, do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't see any weapons.
No. So you're not able to see anything, Shirkat. And he shakes his head. He's like, no. With your previous sense motive roll, he's lying.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're sending me north in the next group, man.
What's north?
Ruins,
What's in the ruins?
dead things.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because they keep sending people there.
Why do they keep sending people there? If there's
Because
dead
there's candy.
things.
Listen, they don't
So-
really tell me anything.
And so Shirket, how old does the boy look?
And it was so dwarven, anywhere like 16 to 18, like
Alright.
real young for a dwarf,
All right.
being that they're a longer lived race.
So Shirket just kind of kind of goes down to his level because it is a 7-foot
Creature.
creature. Yes, it
Millipede.
says. Look, if you don't have any weapons, you can't make it outside of this town. If this, it's very, very dangerous out there.
You hear me say, "Oh, he has weapons."
You could protect me, is what I'm hoping. I can get you in touch with the other fresh meat that left, that actually got away, and we can get you in touch with that token. You can try it yourself, but fresh meat ain't gonna listen to you if they don't know who you are, if they don't trust you. And in Water's Edge, I don't think they trust anyone. That's why they left.
All right, so
I'm desperate.
all right. I rolled for myself just to kind of figure out where I'm thinking.
Secret check.
Yeah,
I was almost planning on
basically,
doing a secret
it was
check,
like an
too.
internal sense motive check.
Yeah.
Rolled 24 altogether. So let's see.
So I'm going to use my better judgment here because I actually rolled high.
I don't want to have to look after the kid.
So I look at the kid and I say, so looking past you lying about not having any weapons, I don't know as though we can protect you.
You're the pact breakers. What do you mean you can't protect me? Didn't you protect entire domes?
Tried to.
I have a pondered face, a pondering face.
I'm young. I'm not stupid. Nothing the BSU said was true. It was a convenient excuse, and then they took over the Pact Worlds. I don't know how anyone believes that. They're dumb.
Seeker looks at Rye.
Can I carry over my previous... Can I carry? Am I still carrying over my previous?
That's motive. Yeah, I'll keep it for the conversation. You've got this kid's, facial mannerisms. You got an idea of what he's...
So the question I have isn't so much whether he's lying, but whether it seems that he's
earnest.
Yeah, whether he's earnest, because you could be an enemy and
he's got two motives. One is that he does admire you a little bit. The other one is he's pretty sure playing that up is going to get him out of here.
Okay. All right. So I look at, I kind of do a silent look around the group to see what they're thinking.
Your kid shrugs with several shoulders.
While you're doing that, Zero will pipe in and say, "What were you originally arrested for that landed you here?"
I cut someone. What do you want from me? We don't all have nice lives and we're made in a factory.
Ouch.
That's not a strong start.
That hurts.
Sorry. It's not. They just look down on us. I get looked down on every day by everyone else in here.
Look at you.
Most people think you guys are mass murderers. I
wanted to know what you did to see if I want you with us.
I stole. Is that what you wanted to hear?
You just said you cut somebody up.
Oh, and I lie too. Is that a problem, Monkey Man? Yeah, I don't know who you are.
I smile when he calls him Monkey Man.
So basically, that got broadcast at one point, and it's basically stuck throughout the dome. Monkey Man has been his new nickname.
How original.
I'm okay with it.
Listen. I stole. I came to Eox aboard a freighter. I stowed away. I thought I'd be able to make some more money wherever they were going. Did not know they were going to this lifeless husk of a planet. And now I got pinched for stealing from an Eoxian noble or whatever those undead things have. And they put me in here for fun. Okay. And I'm not the only one who's in here for menial crimes. You do anything bad on Eox, you wind up in one of these shows. This is the nicest show, to be honest with you. Though I get to live for more than a day.
Okay. So I make an executive decision and I look at him and I say, listen, I'm not saying that this is a good idea, but you might prove useful. I will say this. Lying to us is a prescription for death. Not from my hand. That's gross. But someone else. like any of them.
Your kids waves all of their hands. Yeah, it's
He can hold like 20 goddamn daggers, and they
Listen,
all go.
all right, fine. And he pulls like a shiv out of his boot. I had a knife.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sue me.
So,
Actually, I was gonna say if you have,
you were pulling off a 17-year-old very well.
Probably grab one.
So, and then I say, look, you need to stay out of trouble. Do as you're told. And if we find out that you're working for somebody else, you won't be.
And what's your name?
Also that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just going to be Jimothy.
Terry. They call me Terry.
Is that with a Y or an I?
Why?
Because I'm writing it down.
He looks at you stupefied, and he's like, the letter Y.
Sheerkat again looks at him and says, I would be a lot more put at ease if you had a weapon other than that, pointing at the shiv. Do you?
Have another weapon other than the knife I have, yes? I've got my biting sarcasm, so I'm told.
All right. Well, the shiv it is.
And if you're sleeping, I ain't weak. I can choke you out.
Whoa.
She leans in looking at the hands.
Justin suddenly is excited.
Not secret, Justin.
Yeah, no, I know what I said.
All right. Well, I guess we're taking Terry, the young dwarf.
Yay, new friends.
Thing. All right.
We'll put you
Stab
with
us in the back or we'll kill you.
Do you guys have any parting comments? Because we are at 10:30. Have anything you wanted to like leave as the direction?
No, God, no.
I'm good.
I want to get some rest for the night.
Just wants to sleep.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was gonna have Terry invite you in, but that causes other issues. Terry says, yeah, let's go. We can leave in the morning. I can tell you as much as I can about getting out of here. It's not great, but do what we can. I'm just happy to be part of the group.
Oh.
Hey, look, guys. I added a backup character in case you kill Dren. All right, that's where we're gonna end tonight's stream.
Yeah, but you do realize we're never gonna trust the dwarf because he's secretly a slot.
That's racist. I didn't even think of the dwarf as a slot from Pathfinder. I'm pretty sure this dwarf's a dwarf.
Until you need it to be.
Let's detect magic on him.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up tonight's episode. You guys are all kind of walking in your own states of disarray back towards. I forgot the name of the bar you're staying at.
Industrial.
Thank you, Industrial. Terry jumps, claps his feet together, and fist pumps. No one else does, but behind you guys, he's super
Snapshot, freeze frame.
And that's like where the screen, like the black comes around in a circle and then disappears, and that's where our show ends. We'll be going into the after party where we chat, talk shop, talk nonsense.
All I can think of this kid is Kip Jordy from South Park.
Yippee!
I don't know any of these references, but that's
you got to watch that episode.
The same way Nick needs to watch Firefly.
Yes, sort of. I'm never gonna watch. That's fine.
That was the point.
Yeah.
I watched one episode.
We'll be. I
Since
guess
last
we've
week.
seen more than one episode of South Park, but that's fine. For now, we will be here next week, 8:30 p.m. EST. Tell your friends, tell your family, especially your grandmas. We get on well with them for some reason. And if you guys want to help us out, leave comments on YouTube. We have some folks who do. Really appreciate it. Jump over to our audio podcast land, or if you are already in our audio podcast land, leave us some reviews on iTunes. That's super appreciated as well. Otherwise, until next time, guys, we'll see you, or you can listen to us whenever we eventually publish these episodes. And I just want you guys to remember, never split the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You 100% did. You were the only one on a board
I
that
was
killed a
True.
robot that clearly was evil.